the coastal town of Newport, Oregon. Salt air mixed with the smell of seafood processing plants. Margaret Chen's weathered hands moved methodically through another batch of pickled salmon. Her signature recipe that had fed 3 generations. 82 years old. Arthritis made every jar a small battle, but she couldn't stop. "Mom, can you do 20 jars by Friday?" Her daughter-in-law Jessica's voice was bright, almost cheerful. "Jessica, honey, the ingredients alone cost." "Mom, you're so fast at this. It takes you like no time." "I'll Venmo you later, promise." Later. That word had echoed through 5 years of Thanksgivings, Christmases, church potlucks. Margaret pulled out her notebook. Red cover, pages filled with careful entries. 2019 15 jars salmon, 12 jars bread and butter pickles. Cost $287. 2020 22 jars. Cost $342. The numbers climbed. By 2024, she'd sent 78 jars to Jessica's family alone. Total cost over 5 years $3,200 in ingredients. Labor hours incalculable. "Miss Margaret, you working again?" Her neighbor, Bill Morrison, 73, poked his head through the back door. He'd been helping with heavy lifting since Margaret's husband died. "Jessica needs 20 jars for her mother's birthday party." "Margaret." Bill hesitated. "You know they're selling your stuff, right?" "What?" "Saw it myself. Saturday Farmers Market in Portland. Big booth, hand-painted sign. Thompson Family Artisanal Preserves, 4-generation recipe. $22 a jar." Margaret's knife clattered to the cutting board. That's not possible." "Got pictures." Bill showed his phone. There was Jessica's mother behind a table loaded with jars. Margaret's jars. Her handwriting on masking tape. Labels crossed out and replaced with fancy printed ones. Thompson family tradition since 1952. Margaret's chest tightened. $22. 78 jars. That was over $1,700. And she'd received exactly 0. That night, Margaret couldn't sleep. She lay staring at the ceiling of her small bedroom, calculating. Not just the money, the time, the standing for hours despite her back, the burned fingers, the salt that cracked her skin. All for their side hustle, she whispered to the darkness. Next morning, while reaching for a heavy pot, Margaret's foot caught on the wet floor. She went down hard, ribs slamming into the counter edge. The pain was instant, sharp, stealing her breath. Bill heard the crash and called 911. At Providence Hospital, they found 2 cracked ribs. The doctor said 6 weeks minimum recovery. No heavy lifting, no repetitive motions. Her youngest daughter, Hannah, arrived within the hour. From her night shift at Target. "Mom. Oh my God, Mom." Her son David called, "Mom, I'll try to come by this weekend." Crazy week at the office. Her middle daughter, Michelle, from Seattle, "Mom, I'm so sorry. I can't leave the kids right now." "Hannah's there, right?" Jessica texted, "OMG, feel better. But quick cue, can you still do those jars by Friday? Mom's party is locked in." Hannah saw the text. Her face went white, then red. "Is she serious right now?" That's when Hannah started digging. She found Margaret's notebook. She added up hospital bills from the past 3 years. $4,500 in co-pays for back treatment, hand therapy, arthritis medication. She created a family group chat. Posted photos of the notebook. Posted Bill's farmers market pictures. Posted a spreadsheet. In 5 years, Mom has given Jessica's family 300 jars of preserves. Material cost $3,200. Labor countless hours. Meanwhile, they're selling them for $22 each at farmers markets. As Thompson family tradition. Mom's name? Never mentioned. Mom's cut? $0. Mom's medical bills from the physical toll? $4,500. From now on, we split Mom's medical costs 3 ways. $125 month each. Who's in? Read by David. Read by Michelle. Read by Jessica. No replies. 10 minutes. 30 minutes. An hour. David called Hannah, not the group. "This is embarrassing. You're making Mom look bad. Can't you just? I'll help out more later." "When is later, David?" "When she's dead." He hung up. 2 weeks passed. Margaret's ribs still ached. Jessica called. "Margaret, feeling better? Great. So, my sister is moving into her new house. And wants to feature your preserves at the housewarming. Could you do 30 jars? Everyone's been asking about them. Jessica, I can't. I'm hurt. But you're so good at it. It's like therapeutic, right? I'll totally help this time. Help. Jessica's help meant sitting on the porch with wine while Margaret worked. Saturday came anyway. Canning season. Jessica arrived with her mother and sister. They set up in Margaret's kitchen, chatting and taking photos for Instagram while Margaret, back brace on, tried to prep ingredients. Her hands shook lifting the pot. Pain shot through her ribs. She gasped and nearly dropped it. Mom, you okay? We really need to finish these today though. The door banged open. Hannah stormed in. What the hell is this? She threw printed photos on the counter. The farmer's market booth. The price tags. The 4-generation family recipe sign. A customer review, best artisanal preserves in Portland. The Thompson family tradition really shines through. Jessica, explain this. Jessica's face drained of color. It's not. Mom's been making these for free while you sell them for $22. Her name never appears. You've made thousands off her labor while she's in the with cracked ribs. Jessica's mother interrupted. It's normal for mothers-in-law to help out. Help out? She's not helping. She's being exploited. Hannah turned to Margaret. Mom, say something. Margaret stood slowly, every movement agony. She walked to the counter where 5 jars sat completed. Picked one up. Her hands trembled from pain, from rage, from 40 years of swallowing words. She raised the jar high and smashed it on the floor. Glass exploded. Pickled salmon and brine splattered across the white tile. The sharp vinegar smell filled the room. Mom. David had just walked in. Margaret grabbed another jar, smashed it. Another. Her voice, when it came, was quiet but steel hard. It was never about the money. Everyone froze. I didn't want payment. I wanted acknowledgement, a thank you, a Mom, rest, you've done enough. But I was just a production line, a free factory. And you, she looked at Jessica. You sold my work, my name, my recipes, and erased me completely. Jessica was crying now. We didn't think. That's right. You didn't think about me at all. David dropped to one knee. Mom, I'm sorry. I've been avoiding this. Avoiding conflict. That was cowardly. 1 year later. Same season. Margaret's kitchen again. But different. Hannah led the work. David hauled the heavy pots, actually helped, sleeves rolled up, sweat on his forehead. Jessica was there too, but this time with gloves on, actually cutting vegetables, actually working. Margaret, Jessica said quietly, I told my mother. 5 jars only. And I'm telling everyone at the market, online these are your recipes. Your name goes on every label. Margaret sat in her chair, back brace still on, directing. More salt there. Don't rush the brine. David looked up. Mom, I get it now. How hard this is. How much you gave. The kitchen smelled like vinegar and fish and something else, something like repair. It wasn't perfect. Scars remained. Trust would take time. But the air had changed. No longer could anyone take her labor as given. For the first time, they worked as we. As the sun set, Margaret took her first deep breath in years. It wasn't a breath taken alone. Hannah squeezed her shoulder. You can rest now, Mom. Yeah, Margaret whispered. Maybe I can. The jars on the counter gleamed in the fading light. This time, they weren't just hers. They were theirs, earned together, acknowledged together. And that made all the difference.